with the lovely Vanessa Randle Davis, my sister-in-law, one of the greatest realtors in the country. And what we're here to do today is we want to kind of talk to the millennials and just everybody about the home buying experience. And she just held a class. We were just a part of a class, and it was absolutely awesome. And we want to get younger adults into buying homes, and we want to talk about home buying and the myths of home buying. Kind of give us some rundown on the myths of home buying and what people usually think when it's hard to buy a home.
Some people think, and thank you for having me
Awesome.
on the show. You know, I'm a fan of you and what you do, but a lot of people think that home buying is for older people. But here lately I've been running into a lot of young 20, 25, 30-year-olds want to know how do you start? What do you do? So the purpose of our class today was just that, to start people where they are. You have to start where you are. But some of the other myths that I think people have is it's too much responsibility. You know, what if I want to back out? Well, it is a great responsibility. It's a great investment, but it's one of the best investments you can ever make in your entire life. I mean, you don't think that when you go buy that expensive car, and buying a car is not even a good investment.
Lose value as soon as
you drive it off the lot. But when you buy right, have your money right, buy in the right area, that investment can actually work for you. And you can find yourself moving from that investment to another investment, bigger and better as you go.
Right.
There are people that buy houses every 5 years. And I thought that was just amazing. They stay in a house. 5 years later, they say, okay, it's time for me to move on to the next. So they find someone like me to sell it and then help them buy another one.
That's awesome. Now, my question would be, as far as the millennials go, a lot of people are concerned about, when it comes to closing costs and all that kind of stuff. Well, what we just learned in the program is that you have so many different programs, and I don't think enough people know about these programs that'll help you with closing costs. You have Happy. I already knew about the Happy program, but I learned about another program where you don't have to just stay in a certain part of the area. You can stay anywhere, and you still have a program to help you.
Yes.
So I think a lot of people get scared. They let the closing costs scare them when it comes to purchasing homes. Can you kind of give us a rundown on closing?
Yes. There are two sides to every deal as far as money is concerned. We could say three. There's the price of the house. There's your down payment as a buyer. And then there's closing costs that the buyer also has to pay. However, a lot of people don't know that the down payment, there's a program that could assist you with that. You don't have to be low income. It doesn't have to be that you can't afford it. There are just so many programs. The closing costs, that's on the negotiation side. Me as your realtor, I'm going to always negotiate for my buyer with the seller to be able to take up, if not all, at least 50% of those closing costs to be able to close on the house. So there are times when a buyer has to come to the table and have very bare minimum. We know that 3.5% is what you're going to have to pay down. What if you get down payment assistance and then the seller say, I'll pay 100% of your closing? And you're showing up to the table with yourself getting your keys. I'm not saying that everything is doable. So you have to come and find out, investigate, research, ask questions so you'll know what situation you're in. Because you could easily be there with bare minimum.
Now, what would you see? Now, this is something that I want to ask personally. How would you explain to the young people how to choose a realtor? That's the tough part.
Yeah, that is. I would like to say this very honestly. Choose someone you trust. Once you meet with that realtor, you're going to know whether you trust them or not. Follow your gut. if they are looking at a house with you and they just want you to buy this house, get this house. Say for instance you qualify for $250,000 house. Well, guess what? You're going to have to pay for a $250,000 house.
Correct.
Every month. You got to pay for it. If I'm a realtor that's really working for you and looking out what's best for you, I see that house that you like that's $250. But what if I can find you one for $200 that's just as good as the one for $250, or like you say, or better? I like to practice that I'm looking out for my client. I'm looking out for what's best. So if your realtor just wants you to buy those high dollar, knowing that there are other houses out there that you can look at, you may want to consider speaking or interviewing with someone else.
That's right.
Because yes, I am paid off the amount that your house is worth. I am. So that's without a shadow of a doubt. But I gotta know that the more I work to help my client, the better my business becomes.
That's right.
Because if I treat you right, you're gonna go and tell other people what I did for you. So, my advice is, if you have that gut feeling, no, I don't think I want to interview someone else, because we are salespeople. I'm a salesperson. I never viewed myself as a salesperson.
Right.
But I am, because I sell houses. So you have to follow your gut. Don't fall in the trap with someone that really doesn't care about you or your family.
Okay. Last but not least, I want to talk about renting versus buying when it comes to these young people. A lot of these people think that right out of college, they have to, I need to rent an apartment, or I need to do this. Would you ever consider renting being a good thing? Renting? Never. I don't either.
The only way I consider renting as being a good thing is when people rent my investment properties.
Okay.
That's the only time. Then it's a good thing, because they're renting and making me put money in my pocket.
That's right.
When they are all, I'm a real estate investor as well. Renters are also. They going out there, they get property, they helping, they investing in property, just put their money in it. But the bad part is the return is better for me.
So, you being, just say we're going into 21-year-old Vanessa. What would you have done different when it came to your home buying experience?
21-year-old Vanessa, I look back now, I will tell her, watch your credit. Get your credit right.
Because that's very important.
That's watch how you spending your money, save some, and pay that credit card off you got. And pay it on time.
Credit is everything.
Credit is everything.
Like I was having a conversation with Ron earlier, and to me, I always thought cash was better than credit, but not when it comes to the home.
No, but it's not.
Okay.
A lot of people think, well, I paid cash or everything. Well, you're not developing a credit history. Cedric and I, my husband and I, we learned that the hard way. Went in to purchase a truck, and we had been paying cash for everything. And the guy came and said, it's not that you don't have good credit, you just don't have any credit, which is it's not good either. So after we bought that truck, we went and got a credit card and started, that way. So we got to get this down pat to be able to teach our children. So you 16, 17, 18-year-olds, there's no reason why a parent should start to develop their credit with them.
That's right.
So, we don't know this stuff just to know it. We know it so we can teach it.
Okay. Most important thing that you would want to tell a 21-year-old millennial. What is the most important thing that these people need? Is it the credit? Or is it some savings? Or what is the top priority when you're going in to purchase a home?
Credit.
All right.
You gotta take care of that credit.
Gotta take care of it.
If you don't have it, you won't get a house. If you have too much of it, you won't get a house. You gotta manage your credit.
All right. Well, there you have it, people. You have the beautiful Vanessa Randle Davis here, best realtor in the country.
Thank you so
We're
much.
right here in Shreveport, Louisiana. We appreciate being invited over here to this program today. We want to help all these millennials, be able to purchase homes and things like that, because guess what? Whatever you put into that home, as far as your equity goes, you can get it back when it's time for you to sell it. And y'all need to know that. So renting is not a good thing. We just want y'all to know that. And we appreciate y'all for stopping by and checking us out on Also Dope. And we appreciate Vanessa
Thank you
coming on the interview. All right.
All right.
Thank you so much, Leah.